Right, we are live. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on this Friday morning. Or hello to everybody who is watching not live. But yeah, thank you to everybody who's joining me live. Seb's here, Rick's here, Mark's here, and Brett's here in the chat. Excellent. This is the first of, I think, 10 videos that I'm doing over the next 3 days. Maybe 11. I've lost track. But it's Virtual GridCon. Andy's here as well. Hi, Andy. Thank you for joining in. Virtual GridCon starts today. 3 days of me gaming and live streaming it all. So I've got a whole load of games coming up over the next 3 days. We're going to start with unboxing Tekhenu because I'm going to be doing 3 or 4 videos for this game today. Oh, that's heavy. That is a heavy box. Mark has already warned me that there's a lot of stuff in the box. So let's have a look at it. Now, this game is a very popular game. I think it came out last year. Yeah, 2020. And I know Graham says it's his favourite game of last year. I think he said that. So I've got high expectations of this game. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Board Dem Players here from Sydney. Good evening. I assume it is good evening over there. What time is it over there right now? Probably late at night. Yeah, probably late at night. So yeah, heard lots of good things about it. I am interested to see if who in the chat has played this game. Or are you just tuning in to see the components? Richard's here, Stevie's here. Excellent. Right. So yeah, heavy box, 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes. I don't know how accurate this is. We will find out. But let's have a look. It's the tightest game of 2020. What do you mean? Do you mean just the box? Okay. Right. Well, there we go. Right, so there's the little thing that holds the cards. That's obviously not quite worked because the cards have all come out. Let's have a look to see if any of them are damaged. I don't think they are. So we're okay. The cards have come out of their thing, but that is something to report back to Board and Dice, is that wrapping them in that, yeah, doesn't really keep them all in one place. So yeah, we've got lots of cards. Thankfully, these are really good quality. What was the game I did the other day where the cards were quite thin? Mandala Stones, that was it. Also from Board and Dice, because you don't really shuffle them. But these are a good thickness. Right, let's get all of those out. There we go. Right, so there's the cards. Joe's here as well. Hi, Joe. 8 PM in Sydney. All right, so you're only, what's that? 9 hours ahead? Wow, okay. Right. So yeah, let's get the components out first, and then let's have a look at what we've got. That's a lot of board. Yeah, right, okay. Now, which of this is the game board? Let's have a look. I think this is the game board. So let's get this out first. Now, obviously, this is in the series of games beginning with a T from Daniele Tascini and David Turzi. Which is your favourite one? I haven't played Tawanatsu yet. Tawan Tissue, whatever that one's called. 6 AM for Joe. Joe's up early. Adam's in from New Zealand. Hi, Adam. So 10 PM in New Zealand, 8 PM in Sydney. I didn't realise there was a 2-hour time difference between New Zealand and Australia. I thought it was only 1 hour. Right, where's my remote control for my camera? Because we're going to need to zoom out. Let's get rid of the keyboard. Right, here we go. So here's the board. It is a decent sized board that screams Euro game. Yeah, be very careful, Paul. Don't bend it back too far like you did last time. If you want to see me bend a board back and break it live on camera, then go and watch my Maharaja unboxing. I do need to fix that at some point. Anyway, we have a game board. So this is lying a lot flatter than some other game boards do. There's a tiny little bit, but yeah, that's looking good. And the graphic design is looking quite clean. I know Teotihuacan is the other one that I've played. So James is saying Teotihuacan is his favourite, but this is a close second. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know Teotihuacan. I have played it quite a few times. I really enjoy it, but the board is very busy. This looks less busy. That's all I can say about that. Right. Now, let's have a look at some of these punch boards and see what we've got. I'm gonna mute the microphone just for a minute because otherwise there's going to be a lot of rustling. Right, I'm back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 punch boards, and it looks like these are player boards. So let's do Paul's punch test. Let's zoom in a bit and do Paul's punch test. Yes, I've got the board upside down. Okay, just for you, Christopher, I will turn the board the right way around. There you go. Right. It was actually bothering me as well. I just didn't know if it was bothering anybody else, so I thought I won't bother turning it over. Right, Paul's punch test. Okay, well, they're coming out, and they're not leaving any marks, and I am front punching them. Oh, that one's got a bit stuck, but nope, they're coming out. They're not ripping. Let's do the back punch, which I normally do. Yeah, they're fine. So the punching certainly on this one is okay. And then player boards. Now, we've got little holes, so I assume we're going to be putting cubes in there. Now, does anybody know what the technical name for these is? There you go. Question for the chat. What is the name for these bits? Because I think they have a name. I think they have a specific name, and I think I know what it is. But let me know. So Christopher is saying that his wife enjoy this, but prefer Tawantinsuyu. Is that how you pronounce it? Tawantinsuyu? Yeah, it does seem to be, oh, well, like any games, you get some people preferring this, some people preferring Teotihuacan, and some people preferring the other one. Cube, says Rick. No, they're little bits of cardboard that you punch out. There's definitely a name for them. I think there's a name for them anyway. Unless I didn't sleep much last night, so maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe this is all a dream. I don't know. Right, Paul's punch test on the big pieces. Yeah, so these are coming out fine as well. Okay, in terms of the cardboard quality, thicker than normal, and yeah, good quality card. So yeah, happy with that. That's good. We got another board here with some extra bits. Yeah, these are punching out fine. And I know some of you probably want to see this. Now, I don't know how this goes together, so let's have a look in the rule book. I got the pronunciation right, did I? Tawantinsuyu. I just read it out from what Christopher typed in the chat. Chrissy is saying that you would agree with James. You love Teotihuacan. This is a close second, but you need to play it with more than 2. Right, yes. I've played Teotihuacan with 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think. So, other way around for the dice imagery. Right, okay. Let's have a look at the rule book and see what it says about... Oh, does this need painting? Who's painted their own obelisk? Has anybody painted their obelisk? If they have, send me some photos. Because it's crying out for being painted. Right, here we go. Lay out the main game board in the middle of the table. Place the obelisk wheel on its designated location on the game board, and then position the obelisk through the holes in the obelisk wheel and game board. Oh, right. So it literally just goes there like that. There you go. Nice. Okay, so you've got... Yeah, you've got the hex bit. Does it matter where it goes? There. Right, okay. So you've got the hex bit and then the circle bit underneath so that turns and that turns. Right, there we go. Nice. Yeah, bone painting with wash would look nice, says Mark. The obelisk is nice, but not necessary. I have heard some people... It kind of gets in the way a bit and you can't really see, but it does look really nice. Okay, other components. We have dice, and as we all know, I love games with dice. Tawantinsuyu is great at 2. Very racy. Okay. Oh, James has painted it bright gold. Now, I do have a gold paint from Vallejo that might work. Yeah. Ooh. So, Stevie is saying, Teotihuacan is great at 2. Tawantinsuyu is great at 2. But Stevie thinks that this one might be uninteractive with 2. I mean, I might be playing this 2-player tonight. I might not. Anyway, dice. They're dice, okay? They're fairly standard dice, but they're good, chunky dice. Are the browns and the yellows sufficient enough different colour-wise? Yes, they are. Right, so I assume they're the player colours. Maybe they're not the player colours because we have a big bag of wooden pieces. James uses army painter and null oil for the recesses. Null oil is possibly one of the best inventions ever in the planet. I use null oil for everything. It's brilliant. Actually, null oil and Agrax Earthshade. They're the 2 that I use a lot. Right, so maybe these are the player colours. Let's have a look. I don't know which are the player colours. Okay, so these are the player colours. We've got very bright colours. So we have pinks, purples, blues and oranges. But yeah, they look sufficiently... I mean, I'm not colourblind at all, so these look sufficiently different for me. Hopefully they're sufficiently different for everybody else. But yeah, lots of wooden pieces. Buildings, pillars, statues, meeples for population. Yeah, so plenty of wooden pieces. What else do we have? Those cards that all came loose. So yeah, we've got quite a few cards in the game. Let's just zoom in a bit on these. Have a look at these. Because these look fairly clean in terms of the graphic design. Some of them have got text on. But yeah, I will not be sleeving these. These look fine. Okay, so there we go. That, I think, is everything. I've not left a big box of miniatures on the board, on the floor, have I? No. Anybody got the name for these? See, I think they're called nubs, but I might be wrong on that. This looks like a player reference card thing. Why it's in its own plastic thing, I don't know. Yeah, right. Okay, so that is the unboxing done. The next stage for me is that I'm going to be learning the game from this rulebook. Now, board and dice rulebooks tend to be pretty good, with lots of graphics and lots of examples and things like that. And I did have a quick browse through it. So here's the plan. Before you disappear today, I will tell you about what the plan is for today. As soon as this, Chad, that's it. Thank you, Joe. If it's Joe who said, yeah, a hanging Chad. Not a nub, it's a Chad. That was it. I knew that I knew it, but I'd forgotten. So yeah, thank you very much, Joe. Yeah, anyway, the plan for today, as soon as I've finished with this video, which will be in about 2 or 3 minutes time, I will be doing a live video for my Patreon supporters. So it won't be public, but if you are a Patreon supporter of mine, you can watch that video. I will be posting the link to it on the Slack channel in about 5 minutes time, where I will be learning how to play this game from the rulebook. So that's my plan for today. I will be sitting here for the next 2 or 3 hours. I will be learning how to play the game from the rulebook. I will probably set up a 2-player game, and I'll be playing through it. Then I will be learning the solo mode, and I don't know how complicated the solo mode is because it's David Turtsey, Nick Shaw, and I know the solo mode for Teotihuacan baffled me a bit. It was a bit complex. This one looks the same, but I don't know. We will see. But then at 4 o'clock UK time this afternoon, I will be doing a live solo playthrough of this game. So as I say, the one that I'm doing starting soon is for Patreon supporters, but the one at 4 o'clock is a public one. So 4 o'clock UK time this afternoon, I will be doing a solo playthrough of this game. Then this evening, I may be doing a 2-player game of it. The reason I say may is that I had another game planned for this evening, but that might be falling through. And if it does fall through, I will be doing another game of this, which means I will be doing 4 videos of this game today. So Friday, the 25th of June, is being renamed to Tekhenu Day. And that's what's coming. Solo mode is pretty easy to run, says James. Great. That's music to my ears. If that's wrong, I will track you down. And there's a good reference on BGG. Excellent. Right, thank you, James. I will have a look for that. But my plan to learn it is to learn it 2-player and probably play through a few rounds or something like that, and then put that away and then learn the solo rules. That's my plan anyway. Oh, Graham's in the chat. Graham, I referenced you earlier on. It's the game that made you buy new light bulbs. Yeah, you see, I'm in a room where I'm using pure white lights, so the colours for me stand out. But if you're playing in a room with normal warm white light bulbs, then the colours might not pop as much. Right, James considers the reference essential. Oh, and there's an announced expansion for this. Yes, I heard that as well. So excellent. Right, well, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to go downstairs, get myself a glass of water, and then, as I say, I will be back doing a live video for Patreon supporters in about 5 minutes' time, where I'm going to be learning how to play, and I'll post a link to that on the Slack channel. But for everybody else, I will see you back here 4 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.
proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.